What's up, Solf? How's it going? See what we got here. All right, looking good. Are we playing first today? Are you home today? What shall we do? Only have an hour? Well, we could get started right now. What kind of lineup should I do? We're gonna do 6 inning games today. Sounds good. Best on best today? Have we done best on best since like the first time? Best team? Sweet. Let's do it. Is this my best team? Hold on, I gotta figure something out for left field. Duke Schneider does not work for me. I could go back to Bell. We'll just do that. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Go ahead and send a challenge whenever you're ready. Hall of Fame, 6 innings, and the regular stuff. Sounds good. Take your time. Let's see, everything's working so far. Cool. What's up, Rob? How's it going? Hoping to drop a video tonight. I just recorded it this morning. Uploaded the video, like the background of the video, so I just have to put it together, edit, clean it up a little bit. Should be out tonight. It's going to be about controlling the PCI with the sensitive PCI. And it's basically, I'm toying with the idea of saying that no PCI is a bad idea now. And I'm thinking that going back to the PCI for some people is going to be useful. For me, it might not be useful because I have so much time spent not playing the PCI, and I've kind of basically mastered not having the PCI. It's just a matter of getting back to like the center of the zone is the stuff I have to work on. But for other people that can't say like they've mastered it or they're starting to get into it, there's a lot of drawbacks to it now. So I don't know if it's better for them, but it's something to think about. I watch a little bit of NFL. I play fantasy football for sure. I just don't enjoy football as much as I do baseball and basketball. So I watch the Bears games usually. If I have a chance. Sometimes, like, I don't have like TV. I have streaming service through my parents' TV service. So some games work and some. Oh, that's totally my bad. I hit circle by accident. That happens way too often on stream. But yeah, so I watch the Bears games. How about you, Rob? Tonight's Bears game is at 7-ish, so usually they play at 12. So I do get a chance to watch it today. Assuming it's on like NBC or something. I gotta be careful, I don't press circle again. One strikeout every 9 innings. What do you know, Swolf? I got CC on the mound. Got Vlad. He's got the Beltre. Jose Ramirez is an interesting choice. I don't like the Ramirez. See how it goes. A dude played me yesterday who had a similar lineup to yours, just not the Vlad. But said, how's it feel to lose? I was like, it's fine, dude. Let's turn that off. Had that on for the video. I'm going to try to strike you out twice, Wolf. You like football, Raiders fan, interesting. Yeah, the Mac trade. You guys got, what, 2 first-round picks? Is that right? Yeah, it looks like a good trade for the Bears. I don't know much about strategy or personnel when it comes to football. Man. Do you guys play tomorrow night, Rob? Or did you guys already play? Sorry to see him go. Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like anybody on the Raiders team was very happy with the trade. It didn't seem like it made a ton of sense. And apparently they got a better package offer from the Rams, but didn't take it. But I'm not complaining. I think pure analog has messed up my analog in my controller. There's a little bit of a clicking noise from time to time now.
Nope, that's down. Ball 4.
I don't know why this is happening. Like I'm really snappy with the analog pitching, so I guess there's been a lot of contact between the analog and the side constraints. Probably not good for the controller itself. Monday Night Football, nice. How do you feel about Derek Carr? Do you think he's the quarterback of the future? Oh wow.
Outside, that's a ball.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, he's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, almost a
yikes.
Nope, outside.
2-1.
Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Here comes the 2-1. A swing and a drive sent down toward the gap. Musial ranging back. And that one is gone. So here's the cleanup.
GG. That ball was supposed to be inside. You're a believer? Cool. I like Trubisky. I think he's probably going to be good. I don't know if we had to give up what we had to give up to get that second pick for him, moving up one spot. But both teams seem like they have their quarterbacks ready to go.
That's a ball.
This is on Hall of Fame, yeah. That's why I can't hit my locations. I try to pick up that ball and then immediately hit my right stick or my left stick up so that he doesn't continue on his momentum and then he can just turn around and throw it. But I guess I turned it too fast. That's the second time I've seen that happen today, after not having seen it for about a couple months probably. Maybe there was a sneaky patch. We haven't had a patch in this game in so long. They've officially given up have a feeling they actually have given up on this game, to be totally honest. But not for bad reasons. I think they've given up on this game so that like 2019 can be like top notch, because they know that there's so much wrong with this game. There's just like a lot of little things, and baseball is so nuanced that one small mistake can steamroll or snowball, I mean. So I have a feeling that they're putting all their resources into 2019, because in the off season they said that they really wanted to focus on like gameplay and stuff, and they thought they fixed everything, and clearly it wasn't the case. I mean, I've told you guys I enjoy playing this game. I think it's... Ooh, that was lucky. I think the gameplay is much better than it's been. There are still flaws though, so I think I'm hoping that's what they're really focusing on, is just locking everything down for 19, putting all the resources into that.
Ball. We got 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much.
That was it.
Right here, he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
High and deep down the left field line. That will end up a foul ball. 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left.
It was close. He's probably going to throw me out at third, but we're going to run for it anyway. That's a good throw. Nope. He went to the cutoff man. But there are 2 outs now. Rob, do you want next game?
2 balls, no strike.
I think we played last time, right, Rob? Or 2 times ago, whenever it was.
Ball. Take the bait.
Should I change my pitcher? Should I pinch hit? It is 6 innings, actually. I am going to pinch hit. Cool. Let's go to Johnny Bench. No. We're going to go Frank. It is a high leverage situation.
The count's 1-1.
Oh, that was the one. He got a big curveball, as Kershaw does, and I was not ready for it. I looked at the chat too quickly. Playing around a lot of rank this month started out well, but have regressed. It seems like. Well, that'll happen once if you were climbing, then of course you're going to start regressing when you start facing better players. That's all it is. Ranked, especially when you're learning it a little bit more. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back is probably not good, but if it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, then you're fine. Can we get him here? What part of you regressed in? Is it just like getting wins, or is it a specific part of your game? I'm yanking everything a little bit to the right, even on good timing. Oh well. I'll beat Swolf one day. That's all I want to do when I grow up. There we go. A little bit better. Catch it? No. Oh. What's up, Dan? You can see? Let's see how long it lasts, Dan. How's it going? Are we going to play a game today? Rob's got next. But Patriots won their game. As expected, I suppose. Oh! Lucky. Batting average going down big time. He lost a few games because struggled to control the running game. Interesting. Yeah, I struggle with that as well. One thing you could do is, especially if they're going second to third on you, first to second isn't as big of a deal, but if they're going second to third on you, this, yeah, I'm playing 12. This camera angle is actually really good because you get to see the leadoff at second base. You get to control that game as well. Excuse me. Yo. Get him. Duke Snyder would have made that play. Rob's day is done. We're just going to go Chapman. Yeah, this game was over before it started. I can't pitch. That's a second spot, same time. Same spot, second time with Beltray. This is the live series Chapman. He's only like 30,000 stubs. I probably got him for a little bit more, but once the new Chapman came out, that one's like 100K stubs. Chapman has not been good for me at all. He's given up a few home runs. He's got like a 4+ ERA. I pulled Andrew Miller in a post game and sold him. I'm wondering if I should have kept him.
Count is 2-1.
It's the second time in the at-bat. I'll take it. He got an A2000 for your early birthday. Nice. Is that a bat? Or is that a glove? Or is that something completely different? RC22 11.5. So a glove.
That's a ball.
Ball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
What position do you play again, Dan? What is that? He'll be tied up late, mess up and walks him on the 9th. He'll pinch run, steal, second and third. Score and fly ball, ground ball. Yeah, that does happen. But the fact that you're in the game late in the game is good. Swolf's got the Jose Leclerc card. So what kind of stuff do you do, Rob, when a runner's on first base? Do you like to slide step and throw over there, or do you just try to time up a good throw? I've kind of noticed that if you start your throw, like as soon as you, like the ball's out of the hand right there, and then you start your catcher throw as soon as the pitcher releases the ball. I've noticed that the catcher steps through the plate a little bit better, but I'm not sure if that's just I'm just making that up in my head. Telling you, man, Jose Ramirez is not the move at second base. That's like the third time in the last 2 days that I've seen someone. Usually that play gets made by a good second baseman, but Jose Ramirez cannot make that play. I just don't know if his bat's good enough to overcome that kind of defense. Maybe at third base, but I don't know about second base. Swolf is tanking. Doubtful. I think Swolf's just not that good. No, it's a 6-inning game, so his relievers have a little bit less stamina. How did I miss that? So yeah, he's already in the yellow.
No, that's low.
Rotate infield and left. Nice.
Ball, that's low.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it.
The PCI is sitting in the middle somehow.
Count this ball.
Let's do it.
2 outs now, so he can put the ball in the gap somewhere. He could have a
The guy at third started running.
run because the runner at first will be in motion.
No, ball 4.
Mike Schmidt, he's been clutch for me all week. I did. I even said them out loud, Dan.
Nope, outside. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball
Is he
2.
cheesing with O'Day?
Count 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on a mound more than straight balls.
I should have been looking to swing, honestly.
Go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
Got it.
Jose. Let's see. Okay, good. I was gonna say I thought I didn't have anybody warmed up. That would have been real bad. But we got 4 pitchers left, 3 innings to cover, 2 if I lose. I'm gonna have to refine that pitch a ton if I want to be more competitive. It's not that like you can actually throw that pitch on meter, but I don't know. That pitch leaks over the plate way too often. He's in your actual pen, so you're an actual cheeser.
Ball 1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming
Yikes.
out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Gets down and he's got himself a base hit. The relay.
Be safe.
I always make the wrong decision on cutoff. If I could have got him, I don't throw it. If I couldn't have got him, I throw it. Oh well.
We heard this guy's a good fastball. He got a
Yeah.
fastball, did miss it. Let's see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Hit hard on the ground.
Alright, made that play.
Out.
Are you going to use Lofton, Dan? Or Swolf? Or are you going to just put him on your bench? He seems like the great bench option.
1-0.
I just wonder how expensive he's going to be, because he's not going to be very useful. He's going to be a good bench bat on everybody's lineup, but I just wonder if people are even going to bother grinding the events at the rate that they've been grinding other events. And because of that, he might be more expensive because there will just be less of him on the market. But if everybody's playing the events, it's what is it? 3-inning game, 6-inning games. You got to get like what 30 wins or something for them, which is a lot of time. I don't anticipate a ton of people playing events.
Line, that's a base hit. Some success with 2 away, and the top of the 4th is still alive. Now at the plate, Stan
Well, if we get Stan on, Pujols is going to go yard.
Ball, that's out.
taken outside for ball 1.
His buy now is 88K right now, like a Billy Hamilton, yeah. I have Barry Larkin on my bench, but he's going to be gone. I'm going to put Victor Robles back on, so I've been using Victor Robles, the Future Stars card, as my pinch runner guy. So I think he's going to be like that. But yeah, like a Billy Hamilton as well. Basically just for pinch running. Alright, Dan, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy that glove.
Down into left center for a base hit.
Thanks, man.
At the plate, Babe Ruth comes in 1 for 2 with that home run.
I didn't think that pitch was so bad, but it is. There's a pitch.
Right after him with a fastball for the strike.
Even though he let that one go, you know that
There we go.
not too many power hitters that don't like stomach high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one.
Well, Sergio does feature his control, so...
2 strikes.
But it misses 1 and 2.
Oh, man. He would have taken that for strike 3 for sure.
Back to even at 2 and 2. Struck him out. Here's Albert now.
Yeah, Romo's control, like the 2 guys that I feel like have really good control, they're on my rotation. Romo and then also Sutton. Those are the only 2 guys I would feel really comfortable trying to locate pitches with.
He's safe.
Not in time as Vlad shows his wheels.
And I guess Billy Wagner as well.
Here comes on 1 and 1. Chopper foul. The 1-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
Why?
And he
Yep,
lays
that
off
ball
the
went out.
outside as they draw even at 2 and 2. Lifted into center field. Griffey waits on it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third.
Oh,
Makes it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
Let's see what we can do here. How far am I from his pitcher? Not very close. Immortal Wagner. I could bring him in pretty soon, probably after this batter.
From the stretch. Yank on the ground down the line.
I should have brought him in already.
Shot there from Chipper. It's a fair ball.
And finally we get the throw. And nope,
Yep, he
never
made
mind.
In there.
Forget I said anything.
Stepping into the
We're gonna
box.
go Immortal Wagner right here. I don't remember who's up at the plate next time. What's up, he plays? This is Swolf. So that's why I'm losing. Because it's Swolf.
In now, Albert Pujols. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Okay, that's what I thought. We are at the top of the lineup. So we got a while. We'll probably be able to pitch Immortal Wagner for another inning or so.
Jensen, 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound.
That's outside.
Got to take some more pitches.
Jansen, pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen.
Ball in.
Strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters.
What's up, Zoe? How's it going?
For a lot of success.
That's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws
I saw you guys created the firm.
balls. Nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
That seems pretty dope. Is that like a? They said it was an esports team,
After two breaking
but is it like
chance right now,
well,
probably going to get something
is it going to a competitive scene or is it just for like esports
looking for it.
in like streaming and stuff? Yeah, Swolf is good. Swolf is like first place in events he plays. He's like first place in events. He's like
Nope, that's down.
he doesn't play as much ranked seasons, or he is going to now, but he dominates BR and events and everything, which is where I struggle usually. If Swolf had to play me in ranked seasons, then he'd be in World Series. I think Swolf just has Vlad, or maybe like one or two others.
We got time.
Like the bigger PCIs when it goes to Hall of Fame, yeah. There's just such a big difference. It's just a stupid at bat. There's such a big difference between playing at Hall of Fame and All Star. That's where discipline really starts to factor in, and locating your pitches.
That's a ball. Ball two.
I probably should take some, put in Lee Smith instead of Wagner, but that's fine. I think we're more for entertainment as a group, but if there will be a competitive mode of tourneys for MLB, we'll have a couple guys that'll be in it. Sweet. I know Shelfie, he talked about a video. I've been saying this like in every stream that I've done for like the past few days. I haven't stopped thinking about this tweet, but Shelfie was like, I have big news coming out about the competitive scene for MLB moving forward or something. And I'm not sure if he talked about it already, but I gotta look into it because that seemed really interesting. Getting close to an award for the event, is he any good? Is Lofton any good? He's gonna be like the next Billy Hamilton, like Dan mentioned, or like I have Victor Robles on the bench as a pinch runner late in games. So he'll be useful. He's going for like 80 something K, so he is worthwhile if you want to sell him. He is worthwhile if you want to sell him right now. And I think fewer people are going to be doing the event, like I was mentioning, so he might stay expensive because people are going to want him. Like, he's going to be the premier, like, base dealer, unless you already got, like, Tony Gwynn or somebody like that from the All-Star event.
One ball, one strike.
But, yeah, he's probably valuable. Probably going to sell him smart. Yeah, there's just, like, if you want him as a pinch runner, you could probably pick up Billy Hamilton already. Like, pick up a silver, you pick up someone cheap. Then you got an extra 88K, which you can put into a real big bopper that you can put in your lineup or rotation, right? So, if only I could hit. I was feeling a little bit more patient. I was playing a game before the stream started, and I was starting to be a little bit more patient than I have been the last few days.
Ball two.
But after I went down like 6-1, I think patience went out the window. All right, well, let's see what we can do off the bench here. I'm going to warm somebody up because I have the confidence that we're going to come back all the way. Snyder or Stargell? We're going to go Stargell. Is he going to go to a lefty? No. Ugh. I don't know how I was on top of that. I thought I was going to be way under it, but it is what it is. Bad timing. People watching TV next door. Yeah. We're just trying to get this game done so I can play Rob. Rob, what are we doing for lineups? Are we playing best on best, or are we going to do something else? Just let me know. And then I think Dan didn't want to play. He had to go. So he plays, or Zoe. If you guys want to play after Rob, let me know. Although I don't know if I want to lose again. You're leaving for a while for baseball practice? No worries. Enjoy, man. Baseball is one of those sports, like, I can play basketball for a long time, but GG's Wolf, good game. I gotta work on my pitching on Hall of Fame. I just switched from meter, and it's hit or miss for me. Like, sometimes I just cannot do it. But yeah, if I play Zoe, I don't know if I want to lose again. I know Zoe's a good player. Let's do it, Rob. Go ahead and send the one to watch Razor. Probably. I think he did drop a sub, though. Razor blew up really quick. But yeah, if you want to play, Rob, send the challenge. 6 innings, either Hall of Fame, All-Star, up to you. What else is new, guys? Swolf, you said you were getting 2K? I can't remember now. I think you and Dan both said that you were getting 2K tomorrow. Mine is downloading. It's currently downloading. Hopefully comes in. I'll probably play a little bit tomorrow night at midnight, but I don't know, because I got class in the morning on Tuesday, so we'll see. But Wednesday we're gonna be streaming 2K for sure. And then next weekend I'm going to be gone. But then we'll probably have 3 or 4 streams the week after that. Let's see if I can be a little bit more patient in this game. Fear and Loathing. Was it Backcountry before, or did you change it? Fear and Loathing sounds familiar. But I don't remember Backcountry. Maybe I just wasn't looking at it. Welcome to everybody who's joining in, by the way. Hit that like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Playing some subscriber games today. If you'd like to play a game, just drop your PSN in the chat. Or add me, DudeFood27, no spaces. Oh, it's the movie, okay. Obviously, I have no idea what the movie is. Immortal Seaver. I did face him yesterday. Did I win that game? I don't remember.
No balls and 1 strike. Lined up and the 0-1.
It counts 1-1.
Only 96 on the fastball. You don't know who to put at second. Do you have a created player? The created player grind is like not too bad, honestly. You do have to play about 300 innings or so, but basically you have to grind offline, or once you get to like the diamond cards, you can use them online. Sometimes, excuse me. Sometimes even the gold cards. Was that a fair ball? I didn't think that had a chance to be fair. I just looked away. Sometimes the gold can play online if you're using like equipment and stuff. Like it can be good enough. But a creative player is optimal. The problem is the defense. Like Jose Ramirez, if you hit well with him, like it's as good as it gets for a live series second baseman. But I do like max defense at second base. So who's a third baseman, shortstop? Maybe Carlos Correa. I don't know if his offense is quite good enough. I don't think he's as good as Jose Ramirez in offense.
One ball, one strike.
But yeah, I mean, you could keep Jose Ramirez there. I mean, Carpenter, his offense definitely plays,
2 balls, 2 strikes.
but I don't know if he's much better than Jose Ramirez, and his defense is worse. So, you know, I would say no, especially with the price point. He's very expensive. But I don't know, it's like defensively, he's definitely not going to help you out there. Offensively, for sure. If you don't mind the defense, like if you just don't care if the defense is that great, then yeah. He's got a great swing too. But Jose Ramirez is a switch hitter, so depends on how well he hits lefties. Against me, he's hit lefties really well. So if you're okay with that, then he works.
Ball 1, no strike.
Ooh, good snag. They don't always make that play. See what we got. Immortal Nolan Ryan on the bump. Pitching that Immortal inside. But okay, that's not great. I'm gonna have to figure this out at some point. That's not good either. Getting lucky. 102 though.
No balls,
102 is gonna get some swings and misses up in the zone. And that's way too far inside,
Oh,
so
that's off the plate.
see what we can do here.
Two to count.
There we go. Could save up for Morgan, but he can't hit lefties. You know, if you know how to hit line drives, same-handedness, like certain guys like Larry Doby, I can do that with. Because I just know, right? Like, I know this guy's not going to hit for power, so I automatically change up my approach. And then you can just kind of slap hits to left field and stuff like that. And that's happened. I faced Joe Morgan a couple times. A couple guys got hit off of lefties with him. So he's got a decent swing, I think. And then he crushes righties, so he's actually not a terrible option, depending on how you're trying to swing the ball. And I know you have patience, so you know people are going to try to feed you fastballs down the middle so they don't walk you. And he might be viable, but the best overall, of course, is going to be the created player.
2-0.
I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of second baseman that opens up soon.
No strike.
Maybe not soon, but at some point. I've missed that pitch at least like 12 times today. Just barely low on the fastball. And then I do that. I'm just wondering if I want to grind for Ted Williams or any other player that comes out. I thought I was going to grind for Raleigh Fingers and Goose Gossage, but I've just been totally turned off to grinding right now. And I don't know what they've done in the past 2K, but this year they have Galaxy Opals, which are 99 overalls. So they're like Immortals in MLB. And then there's like a Giannis future card, like a future Giannis Antetokounmpo card, which is like 99 overall everything. He's got like 99s and 95s all over the place, including his three-pointer and like contested three. So that card, I believe, is like when you collect every single item or every single player card in the game or something like that, then you get that Giannis card. But apparently they're trying to put some OP cards in there, despite MLB not having the greatest luck with that approach. I'd say there was some luck in that approach. Let's see how the fantasy team's doing. Leonard Fournette only had 5.5 points today. I just realized there's 2 outs. I'm getting crushed. When you get 2K, you're going to split the time once the season is over because they give up at that point. You're going to split time. You're saying MLB gives up, or are you saying 2K gives up? Yeah, I'm definitely quitting the grind as of right now. Starting up the grind on 2K. And then I'm still going to be playing ranked seasons and everything. Still going to be doing subscriber games. Still going to be doing videos for MLB. Just streams 2K. And then putting my free time into 2K as well. MLB does, yeah, I agree. They've been trying to incorporate some new things. And I think it seems like that they're trying to not give up on the game after the offseason in terms of programs, because there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been released. But I don't think it's going to be anything worthwhile. We've already got lineups full of Immortals. There's not much better that they can give us for us to grind for, other than like new players, people that don't want to grind for Immortals completely. So it'll be interesting what they do. But like the time frame that they've been handing out to this point, it just makes it seem like they have big plans for the off season and they want to make this game a 12-month game. But like I said before, I hope it's just that they've actually given up on this game and are just focusing on 2019, just revolutionizing the game. That would be really awesome. Because I don't think there's much they can do to save this game in terms of content. Gameplay is satisfactory in my opinion. I enjoy the game itself. I just wish I hadn't grinded for Immortals.
That's off the plate. Ball 2.
Of course, there's plenty they need to do with the gameplay, but I think it's satisfactory for what they had last year. Done other than grinding the cap. That one. Unless you can grind someone else while you do that. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I was doing for the saves. I was just doing Conquest Destiny. I went back and I started just grinding like second baseman, shortstop, so I could get Jackie and Cal Ripken. And then did Conquest Destiny just because I was already trying to do a save, but I just got so burnt out from the grind. Decided to give up on that one, but I might go back to it. Like maybe in a couple months, like something happens, I go back to it. But at the moment, we're gonna hold off on that grind. Man, I usually hit that pitch. I guess that hot fastball is a little too hot. I need to get a more comfortable chair. It's like an office chair. And I've completely worn out the foam.
Ball 1, no strike.
That's why I always move around when I'm streaming. That felt pretty good. I don't think it's got enough though. It felt like I got jammed just enough. Yeah.
D-Rod.
It's a good pitch. All right, for sure. Hopefully we're still on in an hour. That should be a good one. But thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. I'm sure you enjoyed winning once again. And I will see you sometime next week. Or in an hour, yeah. Maybe in an hour.
Here's a perfect situation. 2 outs, bases empty, power in at the plate.
D-Rod.
He ain't looking for a single.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
This guy's looking at the down.
High fly ball after straightaway center.
Just missed it. Out and around it a little bit, I guess. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about in my video that's going to drop tonight. I cannot hit those slightly off-center pitches.
D-Rod. 0-1.
Pitching's getting a little bit better, I think. Wasn't where I wanted it, but on the corner anyway, so that's fine. What do I do here? Fastball. How? Look at that. It's on the opposite side.
D-Rod.
Wait, did you want to pinch hit? That's my bad. I guess not.
Straight smoke at 99, guys.
It is a 6-inning game, so. There we go. Finally. Of course he only aces it when he's throwing to a pitcher. I could have used that against a better hitter, but hopefully that's starting a new trend of throwing better pitches.
Still a little bit early
Let's see.
worrying about this, but in a 2-1 game, a 2-out walk.
Terrible.
Hang on, this is hit deep into right center. This looks to have enough, and it does. A home run.
It's so hard because it's not a natural motion for the analog. Because the analogs don't go in diagonal directions from bottom to top. You can go diagonal from the center, but if you're already pressed to the bottom of your analog, you're actually rotating in an angle. So it's not just like, so you pull the thumb down and then you go here, right? But because it's on an axis from the center, you're actually going past the middle and then rolling to the side. So it's actually like an arc instead of a straight line because of the way that the analogs are. So it's a very strange motion. That's another reason why the PCI is kind of weird. I've been thinking of trying to make like a Control Freaks type of thing where you insert it on top of your analog, but instead of it just being like an analog extender like Control Freaks are, or those whatever pads they have on the top, this would be something that keeps it on a level. What's up, Kyle? How's it going? This would be something that keeps it on a level plane. So kind of like the way that you use mouse and keyboard, right? One of the advantages to mouse and keyboard, of course, the larger mouse makes it easier to track, like when you're playing first-person shooters. Generally, the mouse and keyboard is better for precision because you have so much more space to use. With a small analog, you don't get that space. But also, mouse and keyboard, because it's on flat surface, you don't have to like rotate anywhere, and because of that, it's always a linear movement going around, aiming around your screen as well. But with the PCI and the analog, there's rotation, and then you have to go back to center, and then if you're not on center, trying to go to another non-center spot, so like you move the analog diagonal and you want to go straight down instead of back to center, you actually end up rolling the analog around. So instead of being straight down, you have to roll it and then whatever you're playing. If you're playing baseball with the PCI, or if you're playing a shooter, it's not. It doesn't feel like it's going the same direction on your screen as it is with your analog. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Trying to make a little contraption for the analog to make it actually go straight and flat the way a mouse does, but that'd be kind of tough. But in the meantime, I'm also trying to work on ideas for videos, or not ideas, but trying to work on how to control that and make a video about it, and how it relates to MLB The Show. Because I feel like, oh, good pitch. I feel like there is something that you can do about it, like, or use it to your advantage, you know, like, I don't know how it would be, but trying to use it to cover certain parts of the plate more easily than other parts. But with the way the PCI is right now, of course, it's just throwing to the corners. Throwing the PCI on the corners is a little bit easier.
Now pitching, Andrew Miller.
It's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006.
Now
Johnny
pitching.
Bench will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
It's only a one-run game. We got to get some runs.
Gets foul, it's 0-1.
Inside, ball one.
Just misses. It's 1-1. And now Napoli can't come up with the handle as this gets away.
I could have went. I just wasn't thinking.
Thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1.
Three balls, one strike.
Kyle obviously was not happy about the analog talk.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here.
D-Rod.
You have to be all
I thought I checked it.
Down.
Root
3-2.
something here. Give this guy pitch and he can hit one out of the park.
I did not swing at that. I got locked into an animation. What's up, Chris? Welcome.
Now pitching.
How's the Stubbs grind going? You getting close to that chipper in the pools?
Leading up the fourth inning. Left fielder, Albert.
What's up, Kim? How's it going?
D-Rod.
Taking a break. Fair enough. You making progress though? Or are you just saying you're taking a break in general? Yeah, I was trying to grind for Gossage, and I don't think I'm going to get Gossage for at least another month. I'll probably just get my saves in passing, like during ranked seasons and stuff, and then hopefully after a month or so I'll have enough saves done to just finish out the Raleigh fingers, and then just get that card without actually having to grind conquest for it.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Ooh, what a pitch. Trying harder on Challenge of the Week.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Chipper Jones.
Leading off for the Eagles, third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Yeah, usually if you can get to that number 25 spot, you get a free 15k Stubbs. That's probably enough just to get like all of the hats done or something like that. $250,000, not bad. This week is tough. This week is tough to get a high up because who is it? Starling Marte versus somebody? Is that right? But whoever it is, it's not like a strikeout pitcher or something like that. So it's a little bit tougher to get to the top right now. Because like everybody in the top 25 is like around $1 million at least. But if you can get there, that's dope. I think if you can get to 275, 257, I think you can get to 1 million. That's my opinion. So I think you can do it for sure if you're already at that point, but it's just an unlucky week to try it. Play Fortnite? Me? I'm terrible at Fortnite. Good pitch. We're going to be playing 2K though, starting Wednesday. I'm going to be getting the game tomorrow night. And then we're going to be streaming 2K at least once a week. When you get to play me, how's 10 minutes? If you're on right now, we can definitely play. I don't think anybody's waiting for a game. Let me just make sure. If anybody's in the chat that said that they wanted to play and I just forgot, let me know. But I don't think anybody's waiting. Sounds good. Send me a request if I haven't already added you. DudeFood27. 1 second, let me put it in the chat. That's my PSN. You can add me as a friend, and then we'll talk about lineups and stuff in a bit. Yikes. Hoffman has been one of my worst pitchers when it came to meter pitching, but ever since I've moved to analog, he's been much, much better. He might actually move back to my closer spot. He just gave up a lot of home runs when I was playing on meter. I might not have anybody at first base. Yep. Pitcher never came over. That's an AI mistake. But it doesn't happen in real life. Like, sometimes they think that the first baseman's going to make the play. Pitcher never comes over. What is that? It does happen sometimes. Bad pitch. Never throw the cutter. At any point in this game, cutters are the worst. Oof. Griffey already went yard in the previous at-bat, so it was not an easy at-bat. Make sure if you guys are new, like and subscribe. Got streams coming a few times a week. Ooh, that's the one I wanted. Is this Immortal Goose? I didn't look at the card when he came up. It's got to be Immortal Goose. Gold Goose is only... Oh. The other Goose is only a gold. Nice PSN, Chris. Oh, what a whiff. That shouldn't happen. I'm going to warm up for sure. We're just playing a 6-inning game though, by the way, so we're going to be done in about under 5 minutes, hopefully. Maybe a little bit more, because I'm going to do probably a review of Rob's gameplay. It's probably 10 minutes. Oh man, that's like the third time he's thrown to my cap in that same spot. Perfect location. Well, the pitching is definitely there for Rob.
1-1.
ball. That's just out.
Am I going to challenge you? It depends on what pops up. Sometimes after I send or accept a friend request, the name doesn't show up as online, so I can't send the request. So you'll probably have to send the challenge. But yeah, right afterwards we can play. There we go. Finally getting our pitch.
He beat it.
Not trying to do too much with that one. Man, I miss having Stargell in the lineup. He can hit that inside pitch. Not a lot of guys can. The Immortals can't hit that inside pitch like that. But Stargell's one of those guys who can bring those hands in. He hits that pitch in and off the plate. That fastball is the same one that I just popped out on with my created player. But Stargell, all year long, has been hitting that pitch. Chipper can hit that pitch too, but Musial cannot hit that pitch. Griffey can't really hit the pitch against right-handed pitchers. But Stargell can. Ooh, that was the one. You got Thomas now? Nice. Thomas is a good one. He's streaky for me. Sometimes he can hit righties and sometimes he can't. He's just really good against lefties for the most part. Swing-wise, like of course his ratings are good from both sides, but swing-wise he can sometimes hit righties.
You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
That's gonna drop. Nope. Oh no, he went to third. Rip. I thought for sure that was gonna drop. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't quite play to his stats.
Inside ball one.
There's a lot of those cards, man. There's a lot of cards that outplay their stats, their ratings, and a lot of cards that underplay. But if you play with them enough, you can figure out their swings usually. Like I probably have 700 at-bats with Immortal Piazza, plus a bunch of at-bats with the Diamond Piazza and whatever, so I finally figured out his swing and starting to make some good at-bats with him, even against righties. But it took a really long time. It took 500, 600 at-bats to get to that point.
1-0.
So Rob was playing a great game, and it just fell away from him in the last couple of last couple of outs, really. Unfortunate. The Bronze Chris.
Counts 1-0.
Bronze Chris what? Chris Carter? Yeah, Chris Carter. He's a beast, no doubt. He very much fits in the meta of this game. Big power, not so much contact. Yikes. Chris Carter's great. can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but he had like a silver card or something, or I think it was his live series silver card or something like that. And that dude was just a cheat code. Unbeatable. That dive never had a chance. I really like the gold pool holes. I hit pretty well with them. Even on ranked. I really like pool hole swing, so that pool holes card was pretty good for me. He's in last year's home run derby. Was he really? I didn't remember that. Didn't the Yankees have him last year or something, and then just never panned out? He never had space. Came up with the Athletics a while ago, and then he started at like third base or something. Yankees. That handlebar mustache. GG. See what we got here. So, Seaver was pitching great. What I really liked from you, Rob, was the fastball that you were using. Let's see. It was pretty good until the last inning. It was a one-run game the whole way through. So the inside fastball that you were using was really nice. I beat you up and in a little bit with the lefties against Seaver. One down the middle. Locations were good. I thought your pitching was great in general. Until we got to the end, who was doing poorly? Miller didn't give up anything. Gossage, was that Immortal Gossage, Rob? He just didn't seem to have it. 2 slurves off of the plate, which is not your fault. A fastball up and another. So three of those hits were not on the plate. So don't even worry about that. You got unlucky. One pitch was up. Was that a home run? Extra bases? No extra bases, so it was not a home run. It was actually a ground ball. Alright, so all 3 of those were ground balls, and you just got unlucky. And then Gagne. Yeah, Eddie should have had that double play. Like, honestly, the pitching, it really should have been a 2-run game. And that's about it. So don't worry about the pitching. That's going to happen. Or it's probably not going to happen too often, honestly. Ground ball up and in, ground ball. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Pitching was fine. Let's take a look at hitting. What pitches did I throw? Pitch 1, 2, 3. So I threw a lot of fastballs, I think. And Nolan Ryan threw a lot of fastballs. So what you should have done, Rob, I think this is something that really helps, and I do it whenever I'm behind, especially a couple innings in, and I've seen a lot of pitches. I just go to this menu, see what pitches he's throwing. If you see that your guy's throwing 21, 6, 2, and 7, sit on that 21, whatever pitch it is. If it's a changeup, sit on it. If it's a sinker, sit on it. If it's a curveball, sit on it. Yeah, so you're right. I noticed that you were throwing fewer strikes, and that was perfect. Your pitching was perfect. Like, you just got unlucky at the end. You gave up 11 hits, but, like, a lot of it was just ground balls. I might have hit, like 1 home run on a pool hole swing or something like that, but in general, you were totally fine on the pitching side. You're going to win a lot of games with that pitching. But from the hitting side, yeah, if you just go in the menu and see what you can sit on, and if it's something like as obvious as this, 21 as a high percentage, just look for that pitch. That's going to be my main advice for you today. I forget, what's your hitting interface right now? Is it no PCI or is it with the PCI? Hey, son, how's it going?
Water. shut off notice.
Tomorrow? Oh wow. Perfect. Yeah, so is it no PCI or is it with the PCI on, Rob? Sitting on pitches, you miss too many PCI, you use a PCI. Okay. Interesting. What I noticed, sometimes I go back and forth between the PCI. For the video I was making today, I turned the PCI on for an online game, and I was just very late on everything. So if you feel like you're late on pitches, I would recommend turning the PCI off, actually. If it's not about the timing, if it's just about the location, then it's probably about discipline, trying to hit more center cut pitches, trying to work on that. But if your timing is bad, if you're late on pitches, I would recommend turning off the PCI and just trying it for a little while. But yeah, if it's just placing the PCI on the ball, it'll probably just be, first of all, it's just going to be grinding through ranked seasons. You just have to play online and get used to it. Because you mentioned, I think you were the one that mentioned that you play Legend offline and stuff like that. Challenge of the Week you're probably fine with, but the difference between the PCIs offline and online are big enough that you just have to grind through some ranked seasons game and get used to it. So whether you use the PCI on or off, same thing, you just have to grind through some games. You probably have to lose some games. Don't take it personally or get frustrated with it, but it seems like you're pretty close to like climbing. It's just going to be a matter of those hits. Sometimes if you want to let the ball get a little bit deeper, hit some ground balls to the opposite field. That's something that I do. You probably noticed like a lot of my hits in the last inning were just ground balls. So if I'm not hitting home runs, I'm trying to hit ground balls, and with like Immortals and high exit velocity, those ground balls are going to get through the infield pretty often. So that would be my suggestion. Chris, if you're ready to go ahead and send. Just kidding, I didn't accept your friend request yet, so let me do that. It'll be fine. Alright, yeah, Chris, go ahead and send me a request. If it says I'm not online, then you might have to restart the app. But I can't restart the app because it'll restart the stream. But you've got a good-looking team, Rob. So it seems like you've already put the time in for the team. Now, if you just have time to grind ranked seasons, it'll be more useful to just keep playing ranked seasons up until you get that like big stage of growth. Like as opposed to maybe grinding for another Immortal is what I'm trying to say. So grinding for another Immortal will take about the same amount of time as it will for you to just have another growth stage on ranked seasons. So that would be my recommendation. Lots of diamonds. You got Frank Thomas batting 7th, interesting. Dave Winfield at 2nd. Batting 2nd. So some good cards in here for sure. Great team, trash player. Well, there are many players much worse than you that have better teams or as good of teams. Certainly not a trash player. All right, Chris, let's see what you got. Another one of you guys with this freaking stadium, man. I hate this stadium so much. Everybody loves it for grinding, and that's great. But the stadium, man, it gets to me. CC is so slow. He does pitch very slowly. Ooh, that would have been a great pitch. not a bad pitch. I was definitely going to take it. There was nothing I could do with that pitch, so like, it was a good location, just didn't get the call.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. Early in the
Oh
inning,
man.
to get it hit. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Jones in foul ground, and he hauls it in for the first down of the inning. So a runner on first with 1 out now.
Pools with the 2-1 count.
Standing in, trouble now.
Oh, that's why I was like, wait. I didn't remember getting so many pitches so early. Oh,
Chipper at third. One
I don't mind quick counts, honestly.
first, and they get the double play to get him out of the. So digging in now, Barry Larkin. He'll lead things off.
Betting 353 with Barry Larkin, that's pretty good. And he starts with an 0-2 count, rip.
Nope.
Inside,
That's
and that
inside.
perhaps will back him off of it. 1 and 2.
Aye.
Strike
Oh man,
called on the fastball.
most of the time that's not going to be called a strike.
Settling
Unlucky.
in now. He'll take his first cuts here. Takes this the other way to right. He lays out
Whoa.
for it, but he can't pull it in.
I've done that about 12 times in the last couple days.
And tries for third. And he will
I've been diving really poorly in the outfield. Usually my outfield dives are pretty good, but recently it's just been horrible.
spot here. Runner at third, 1 away. And in depth to all-time Philly great Mike Schmidt. Runners breaking for home. He's not squaring as the pitch is a ball.
I'm not sure if he was actually trying to steal with a 70 speed guy, so I'm just going to let him go back.
Here's the payoff pitch. Get back up the middle.
Man, I should have got him out. That's fine.
Get first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening run of the ballgame.
Let's see. Chipper can hit those lefties. He's got the 1-run lead. Yeah. He pulled that ball though, which is interesting. I'm going to use that to my advantage later in the game.
Coming to the plate now, Albert Bell takes his first cuts in this one with men at first and 2 away.
Means he's probably looking away.
Keeping it down here, that's a called strike 2.
There we go.
At the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started.
Should I cheese bunt into the shift?
I got 2 on the count.
This is one of those good bunts where you can put it anywhere except right at the pitcher, because the second baseman's so far back in the shift, and then obviously nobody's covering third base. But the couple times I've tried to do this offline, he just bunts it back to the pitcher every time. And I'm sure his bunt rating is like in the 70s at least.
He might have been able to do some damage.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Snyder racing back. Still
Good pitch though.
back. Gone. The lead
There's only one spot where you can do that. Like timing wise, your timing window is incredibly small on that pitch.
opportunity in this
So unlucky.
on the ground out to short. Throw on the
Got
first,
it.
so a good comeback there as he gets his first out of the inning.
Like that Griffey home run, if you throw that pitch a million times, he's gonna hit. Oh, if you throw it like 100 times, he's probably only gonna hit 2 home runs,
Pulled up in
a
time.
few base hits. There's gonna be plenty of base hits in the opposite direction just because of the shift. But in terms of solid contact, it's a pretty good pitch.
Jones over to his left. 2 gone. Stepping in. He'll work on keeping this top of the second line. Sabathia into his motion. Here it comes on 3 and 2. And
That's
he's
ball 4.
here for
Take your
ball
base.
4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first
Quick counts is supposed to make the game faster, but there's so many walks in quick counts,
now. Albert Bell takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first.
so it ends up being
The inning will continue.
an extended game pretty often. I'm probably gonna continue to hit so I can pitch with Sale.
Here now, batting
Not gonna pinch hit here.
Minimize the damage here. He pulls this one into right. And that's
Uh-oh.
a base hit. Smith is on his way home.
I'm just gonna take one extra base.
He pulls into third safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
I thought that ball was gonna drop right behind the first baseman, but it almost got caught by the right fielder.
With a couple of guys in scoring position. Hot shot to third. There to take it. Throw to
Got
first
him.
in time. Next to bat is the home run hitting legend Duke Snyder. And he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Musial has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
I've been using the pop-up pitching tip online. It works good, but if you don't get the pitch in enough, it's trouble. Yeah, you know, I've noticed recently with Immortals, it hasn't been as effective as it once was. Have you tried it with the sinker, Rob, or have you just tried it on its own?
Lifted in the air out to center field.
I think when you use it off the sinker, it still works really well. But
Brings it in for the second.
yeah, if you don't get it inside, and if you don't have a sinker, it's a very it's a very low margin of error for that pitch.
Third straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Musial is under it, and he makes
But yeah, back in when I made that video, I had a lot of experience with that pitch and doing really well with it. But that was before Immortals came out, so most guys didn't have that kind of PCI, PCI size, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit different now.
doesn't hit the
3
target.
balls,
It's
2
ball
strikes.
three.
For the most part, it still works with the sinker.
You could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
High and deep down the left field line.
High and deep, interesting. This is not even 300 feet.
Next 3-2. Spoils another one. And
That's
do it again.
okay. I didn't square it, but I feel like Stan has issues hitting down the line to left field, even though he also has issues pulling the inside ball. So I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to that dude's swing.
Got it one away.
He's been hitting better a little bit recently, but a lot of like base hits up the middle, and that's about it. A couple home runs here and there.
MVP Albert Pujols.
But Pujols has been doing that for a long time.
On this ball. And this one is gone. A home run. One away here with the bases empty. And here comes Junior. The 1-2.
If you guys don't already do this, it's worth going to
Short hop.
He's out.
it's worth going to custom practice, putting in the whatever they're called, like the legend teams, and trying out their swings. Just putting it on repeat, trying out their swings, seeing what kind of pitches they can hit and what they can't. That accelerates your ability to hit with some of these guys. Some of them you can't figure it out at first, but once you do figure it out, it is possible to hit with all of them.
Out there to left center field. Bell racing back with a track to the wall. And that one is
Wind
gone.
carried that one for sure.
On a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Now at the plate.
You'll have to start using the sinker more. Yeah, you don't have to use the sinker to get the pop-up, but you have to use the sinker to establish or to get them off balance for the fastball, because once you throw the sinker enough, there's like that blowing away movement,
Nope, that's a
and
ball.
then once you throw the straight fastball in there inside, they're going to be leaning to try to get that sinker that's going off over the plate. But all of a sudden, once you throw that straight fastball, it just jams them up and they can't do anything about it. That's why I recommend the sinker. I think the sinker is the best pitch in the game this year. Maybe the splitter as well, but in general, I just really like having guys with sinkers.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep
And that one's
center.
just a factor
And it's out of here.
of
Back-to-back
low
2-out
confidence, I think.
In now.
Yeah, his confidence and energy are all the way down. Usually that's like a pop-up.
Loud contact there, but it's well fouled.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does,
Yeah, when you use that sinker, Rob, it opens the margin of error, which is exactly what you're talking about, I think. Because you're saying, like, if you don't get it inside enough, then you can be in big trouble, which is true if you just have that fastball, but once you do have that sinker, it opens up so much more space, which is why it works so well. It just really opens up your margin of error.
2-2. Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it.
And crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. Back to back to back home runs. Ready for another chance? Albert Bell.
Man, I still gotta upload that video. I say this like every week or so, but I haven't got a chance to upload the video where I hit 6 home runs in a row on Battle Royale.
There it goes. Forget about it.
8 home runs in the inning.
Back to back to back to back home runs.
Gotta take out Chris now, right? Gotta try to go for 5 home runs in a row. Oh man, he switched it up. Duke Snyder has some big lips. He looks like handsome Squidward.
1-2.
Snyder has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his
Oh man, only 4 in a row. Can you get mercy ruled in BR? You cannot. Mercy rule only comes into effect after 3 innings in any game mode. So you can get mercy ruled in this game, in a 6-inning game. You can get mercy ruled in events, but not in BR. I'm pretty sure. I think the only way is like that hit by pitch glitch, where if you hit enough guys and then like throw inside, because there have been times where someone kept throwing inside and hitting me, but then like they just missed their location on a pitch, and it got like up and in a little bit, and it didn't hit me, but the game was forfeited due to hitting too many batters or something like that. I think that's the only way that a game can end before 3 innings.
We got 3-2.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and it's gone.
Right fielder.
First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. This is popped up. Chipper is under it, and that retires the side.
Let's see what we got here. Well, it's 7-1.
Right-hander comes in out of the bullpen.
Who is this? Archie Bradley.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And standing in now, one of the best players of the past 2 decades, the great Chipper Jones. Jones is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Is that the Diamond Chipper? I think it is.
He flew out in his last at-bat.
Because I know Chris is trying to get Immortal Chipper and Immortal Poodles right now.
3-2 now.
But yeah, I don't think he had any silvers in his lineup at the beginning of the game. So it must be the Diamond Chipper.
High pop-up. Jones has a play. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing
0-2 count.
trouble now in the person of Albert
The
Pujols.
thing is, Archie Bradley has a first pitch cutter,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
which is just a terrible pitch in this game. Oh, never mind. It's a third pitch cutter.
So I might wanna
Never mind.
move that ball up and down and in and out. Try not to throw right down the middle of the plate.
2 out, nobody on.
That's the most dangerous pitch in this game. Cutter down the middle. Unlucky.
To left.
Unlucky.
And it's gone as they add still another.
I would understand if you wanted to rage quit right now.
Ken Griffey Jr. He got on top of one and
Ooh, good snag by Frank.
Has it,
Oh.
and he'll step on the bag.
I thought that was getting down the line for sure.
So striding in, Mike Schmidt. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Did the Browns tie with the
Ball two.
Steelers today?
2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Got it.
He's
There's
out.
one away.
I didn't think that was even possible in today's NFL, like in the overtime rules.
One after a single his first time up. There's a swing and a high pop-up.
It's an OT.
Over to his left. 2 down.
Oh, so they haven't finished yet.
Now batting.
Now batting. Number 8.
Can't imagine a tie.
In the
Ooh,
air, right
what a
center,
swing.
carrying well. Way back there now. And gone. Home run.
Nice swing.
Next to bat is the home run hitting legend Duke Snyder. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
D-Rod.
2 strikes to count now with the bases
One ball.
empty and 2
That's the
Two
thing,
strikes.
man. Hoffman always gives up like 1 home run per
high in the air out to center
per
field.
outing. So if he comes in the closer spot, and if there's like runners on base,
And the inning is over.
or if it's a 1-run game, he's very likely to blow that save.
Coming to the plate now, Mike Piazza will start off the 5th in this one. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. 1-2.
Anybody play Spider-Man yet?
I got the count. 2 and 2.
I'm not getting it anytime soon, but it looks amazing.
Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Schmidt. And the 5th
Oh.
inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Now it's the
Number
last
22.
Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at bat, Danny, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, home run is a home run.
Got him.
Thomas is in time for the out. Now in the box,
Now batting.
Mike Schmidt. Coming off a solo
Trying to figure out what he's doing wrong. I think it'll be more apparent in
Foul ball.
the post game, but so far I feel like I've been hitting some pitches off of the plate for home runs,
looked at
2 balls.
and they haven't been just bad pitches straight up.
Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball
That's
game
also a
will
factor of
continue.
him
Give
being
another
a silver
home
pitcher,
run.
Archie Bradley.
Stepping in, Albert Bell.
516 feet.
Start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run.
Your attention, please.
6'5"
Now
right-hander takes over on the
John
mound.
That
Ackford.
last at bat, that was a pretty good off-speed pitch that was well down below the zone. Which
Get over his head.
This guy can hit it right off the shoot.
Nope. All right, so 9-1, 9-2.
Digging in, Frank Thomas.
Two gotta warm somebody up.
The 0-2 home. Chopped weakly to the left. And that's out
Oh.
number 1. And the Hall of
Lucky
Fame
catcher,
catcher,
number
Gary
8.
Carter hits next.
Gary
So far,
Carter.
0 for 1 with a flyout. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bell is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now down.
I'm just wondering if I should keep Bell in my starting lineup. I need to get Babe Ruth. I would like to get Babe Ruth, so I'd probably put his diamond card back into my rotation so that I can get Babe Ruth eventually
1-1.
without really having to grind for him. But
That's inside.
Well, these are just
I would like to
extra
have a new
pitches
left
that's gonna
fielder.
add to your pitch count.
Nope.
I tried to work around him.
Count is
and
3
no
and 1.
reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
And that's in there on the
Hands
hand.
full.
3-2 now. Swing and a weak
all right,
line drive over the first.
not sure why he didn't pinch hit, but it is what it is.
Getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th.
Attention, please.
Willie
pick. Larkin's an interesting pick. A lot of people seem to like this Axford card. I didn't pitch well with it, but for a long time I saw this Axford card in a lot of people's bullpens. He goes that direction much more nicely than he does pulling the ball. I guess even on inside pitches, so maybe I should take a look into that. He seems to hit the inside pitch to the opposite field rather than pull it. Good approach. Not smart to go to second base, but he makes it there anyway. See what kind of fight he's got. 7-run game. Runner on third. Well, he was about to be on third.
Swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. Second baseman. 1-1.
Mike Schmidt's playing second base. Rip. GG. Alright, let's see if Chris comes back to the chat. Probably some frustration at the end.
He blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one. Really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
For the home team, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. The winning pitcher is Trevor Hoffman.
Threw a lot of fastballs with Hoffman. Let's see when Chris comes back, then we'll start this what's it called? The review, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. Let's see if he's back. What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? How's it going? A lot of hits were from Sabathia. I thought most of the hits came from Bradley, but apparently Bradley only gave it 2. Probably those 2 home runs. Those were not bad pitches, either of them. Bradley just got unlucky because he's a silver. Yeah, that's alright. We'll figure out what's going on. So, 3 of those pitches were low and in. Were those all to righties? 2 of them were to righties. So that's not usually a great pitch. So you see that cluster on the bottom right? That's low and into righties. And I think those are probably, what pitches are they? 2 of them are curveballs. 1 of them's a fastball. So those 3 are usually very hittable, just because of the way the PCI works. A lot of people hit that pitch. So if you throw a fastball down, low and in, but like off the plate low, instead of inside. So if you got those balls inside a little bit more, they probably would have been outs. But since they were low at that bottom part of the zone, they end up being hits. Despite, like in real life, it's probably a game. Yeah, no quick counts for sure. I'll be doing another, not next weekend, but probably the weekend after. I'll be doing some subscriber games again, so you're welcome to play once again. So that's one thing, that low and in pitch. The other pitches are just whatever. I think you threw down the middle a little bit. You could also, there's a lot of stuff going on. I need to find a better. I chased a few. Actually, I got a lot of hits on those chased pop-ups, fly balls, line drives. So Chris, you can actually throw fewer pitches for strikes. Yeah, you got a couple great swings off of me. Take more risks on the corners of the plate. Seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in the center, which is obviously gonna hurt you. Depends on what you're using for pitching. I've been using meter for years, and I just switched to pure analog. But it depends on what you're doing. You can try lower sensitivity or lower effectiveness if you're using meter. But for the most part, just aim for the corners. And if it's someone like me who swings at a lot of stuff, I'm gonna end up grounding out and stuff popping up on just pitches out of the zone because I'm impatient. That's for the pitching side. Just throw fewer strikes, I think. Try to get people to chase a little bit more. And don't throw cutters. Trying to learn analog pitch. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure. I think your hitting was, I don't want to say fine because it was, you seem to hit like I do, where you hit those middle pitches a little bit better. But we'll talk about hitting next time we play. Because you did get some good swings off of me. But a good game though. Hopefully the pitching side helps you a little bit. 608, it's pretty good. 608, it's pretty good. Hey Rodimus, how's it going? We're actually just concluding the stream today. I'll play one Battle Royale game. I'll do that. Alright, see you, man. Sorry for the beatdown, but I just hope that helps anyway. I have to push you till your limits. Did I draft a nice team? It's the same team that I used last time on Wednesday, I believe. So whatever I had like Gallo and Paul DeYoung and some good silvers in there, so I think it's a pretty good team. Eric Gagne in the bullpen. Mike Napoli batting at the bottom of the lineup. Kyle Schwarber, ticket counter Kyle Schwarber batting second. Longoria was hitting decently for me too. I like this squad. He's got Jeff Bagwell, who's been killing me. Just short of 12 wins. Ooh, that one that you were, what, 10-1 yesterday? Or 10-0? Didn't come through for you? We got a Cubs fan up in here. Thought that was gone for sure. You were 10-1 yesterday. Who do I want to use? I could go Smiley, but Bagwell's coming up, so I'm probably going to go righty. And Ryan. 10-1 again today? Wait, so did you get 20 wins? Wait. I'm confused. What happened to the end of that 10-1 run first?
I got a ball, one strike.
Or does it reset after one loss? I forget now. That might be the case. There we go. He didn't bring in a new pitcher, so took advantage. Or did he? Maybe he did. He threw a cutter, that's why. Resets after 2 losses, right? So what was the second loss? There we go. Might not be high enough. Ooh. Good news is this pitcher has a sinker. Know your personnel. I had no idea Schwarber was in right field. I have to go lefty. I'm gonna go lefty, and then I'm gonna walk the next guy. Honestly, I should have had Smiley ready instead. I didn't pay attention to his lineup. I didn't realize there was a lefty coming up after Bagwell, in which case I could have done the same thing, just gone lefty with Storin or whoever it is, Smiley, and then brought in, and then kept him in. Alright, he's going to rob this one though. Schwarber's about to make his, oh no! I thought he was robbing it for sure. Ranked seasons is Hall of Fame. Right, true. Yeah, Hall of Fame is just much harder. I remember 16. 16 was the first time I really started to get good at ranked seasons. And there's, see, I almost stopped too, man. When I was playing 16, I was like, okay, I'm an all-star. I got to this next ranking, and now we're on Hall of Fame. All of a sudden, I can't do anything anymore. I was losing a lot of games, dropping below. But all of a sudden, when I started doing the plate discipline stuff, that's when I really started doing that plate discipline stuff. Is in 16, when I got to the 1800s or whatever it was, or the 1600s, whatever it actually is. And then when I started doing that plate discipline, it took another step in like development, and the game got really fun. Started winning, got all the way up to World Series eventually. But yeah, the struggle is real for sure. But I think you can do it. You just have to get used to it. That's all. Just short of 2,000. So you've been in Hall of Fame for a while. So yeah, you're like not very far from World Series then. But I do remember when I went from when I went to PS3 to PS4 that year, it was just so hard to play on PS4. And even on PS3, it was like every game was like a 2-to-1 game, just a pitcher's duel, nobody's hitting much. And at that point, it was a little less fun. So that's when I started playing a lot of online franchise. Starting to get into that a little bit more because, yeah, ranked seasons, it was just a lot of Hall of Fame, a lot of pitcher duels. So that's true, now that I remember that. Alright, we do get the go-ahead run, though. Why was it harder? I think the competition on PS4 was harder. But I was also not used to... The other thing was they didn't have the hitter's view, the hitter's camera that I had on PS3 for some reason. And the adjustment was a little bit tough for that. Should I go Gagne early? I'm going to go Gagne early. Try to get him 2 innings. Get crushed on the PS4. I mean, it's just an adjustment. You just have to get used to it. It's the same thing. Because, like, if you're already playing the good players on PS3, I mean, the good players on PS4 aren't that much better. It's just that the number of good players is higher on PS4, so you just have more good competition. And then, of course, there's, like, Pitching Rebel, who's on another level. But yeah, once I figured out PS4, it was fine. Takes a little while.
ball.
What do I throw here? Curveball probably. His curveball is huge. Especially if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to swing and miss. Every single time I face him, that first curveball that he throws is going to be a swing and miss for sure. Interesting dive. Alright, Gagne's still going to have to cover the ninth. I might bring in Drew Smiley, depending who's up. He is going to have the top of the lineup up, so Drew Smiley's going to be an option for sure. But I'm going to have to put Bagwell on base probably. Or face him. If it's a one-run game, I can't put him on base actually. I'll just have to hope that he gets himself out. Make sure he's ready to go. Calvin's ready as well. I forgot that I had Herrera. I should have brought Herrera in for the second inning. How'd the subscribers game go? It was good. We played Swolf. I lost like 7-2. And then I played Rob. It was a really good game until the last inning. He just had some bad luck. And then I played... Did I play anybody else before Chris? I don't think so. So you saw the Chris game. It was good. We had like 8 people in here watching for the most part, which was also good. He did go yard against the lefty the first time up, but that lefty was a common, I think. Yikes. Lucky for me. Right at the center fielder. Is that Gallo in center field? Let me see if I can get some defensive subs. Yeah, Joey's in center. Who can I move around? Schwarber can probably go somewhere else. Mike Napoli definitely does not need to be in here. Let's put Gallo at third, Longoria at first. What position is this now? I don't even know. Right field, left field. This is center field, so we're gonna put Belly Burns in center field. Don't throw the cutter, kids. This is dangerous. Very dangerous. One out to go for the third win. He's got his lefty up, Billy Williams. Let's see if he wants to pinch hit. I don't think he will, but give him a chance to anyway against the lefty. There we go. Ball game. And he quits. What a champ. But that's going to conclude the stream for today. 5 o'clock Central Time. I will be streaming 2K19 this Wednesday. And I'm going to be putting together the rest of the video, editing it right now, so that hopefully it's up by tonight sometime. What else? Do I have anything else to update? Yeah, Wednesday is going to be the next stream for 2K. And I will be gone next weekend, so I'll let you know if I do an additional stream at any time. I might possibly do one Thursday night, but I wouldn't count on it. Honestly, probably not. But Wednesday for sure, not next weekend, but about 3 or 4 streams the week after that. So, hope to see you guys soon. Alright, see you, Rob. Welcome back, Dan. We are just concluding the stream, but I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.